Probably instead of buying more Oliver toys, I should probably be buying a bigger seed wagon, but what's the fun in that? Don't want to forget the forklift. Got the mast resealed. It's staying dry, so happy camper. Now the wheat is all clean and treated and tucked away. Hustled at that to get, yeah, we'll keep going this way. Get done in time to go on a Ross-like adventure. I bought something at an auction. I didn't even go look at it. There was lots of pictures of it online. Consignment auction. It's about 25 miles from home. So I'm hoping it's gonna haul nicely behind the pickup. We're gonna give it the college try. And they stop pickup time. That's one thing I don't like about online auctions. You know, you gotta be there when they say to pick up your items. You know, if it was an auction on a Saturday, you'd already be there. You just hook up, load up, whatever. But alas. So yeah, I got a half hour to get out over there before 1 o'clock. Get my item paid for and hooked up to. And I should be all right. It's currently 78 degrees. Feels warmer than that in the sun, and that guy's riding his bike with a hat, knit hat. Whatevs. Huh. All right, we'll report back when we get there. You'll get to see what the heck Chris bought at an auction. This place here on the right. One time they had a Oliver 500. I haven't seen it there in a long time, so I'm going to assume it's gone. Anyways, we'll be back. Here it is. Model 73 narrow row corn picker. It seems to be pretty complete and maybe even field ready. And my flashers are both working. They're actually plugged into the truck, so they'll work as turn signals and stuff. And I think everything will take the ride home. We're gonna find out. But we'll get her done. So far, so good. I'm about halfway home. Just taking her nice and, 15 to 20 mile an hour. If it's got a little bit of shoulder, then I can keep on most of my side. But it's Friday, so I think everybody's getting out of work early or something. Man, it seems like there's more traffic than usual. Hey, no, just internet provider. Some people are getting right over. Some people just don't care. Ooh, here's a pothole. Thunker, thunker. Okay. This guy with less to lose than me is passing. All right, I better put the old camera down and concentrate on what I'm doing before I end up buying someone a new mailbox. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. This is actually old school for me. There used to be something up at Michigan State University called Ag Expo. It was in the middle of summer, and it was a farm show, latest farm equipment or whatever, and we were one of the closer dealers to it. It was still probably about a 40 mile drive, but so we would haul tractors and farm equipment up there. I hauled a Heston Hydroswing with a 14-foot cut, so it was probably 15 or better feet wide. On this route here, among others, never hit anything, but boy, that just, you know where your mirrors are when you're doing that. And it's the same thing here. Oops, someone thought they were going to pass me and then saw oncoming traffic. All right, we're going to call that, we'll catch up with you later. Clank, 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 clank. It's still back there. almost home. Those are my soybeans right there. Not quite ready to run, but they're close. They are close. So, you know, if it was to blow a tire, I could push it into my beans or my aunt and uncle's place there on the right. A couple days ago, they paved some of the worst parts of this road. Some of it was just downright bad. And, well, you can't see them because they picked them up already, but I round baled that hay for them a couple days ago. Less than a mile to go. Well, it looks like all the same pieces that were on it when we left are on there now. That's always a bonus. Huh. So that must be where our lift cylinder goes in. It just pivots the hitch. Interesting. I don't have a whole lot of experience with corn pickers, but we're gonna find out. I think I might hook this up to a tractor yet today. Make sure it's gonna, you know, go round and round. The chains are everything acts like it wants to turn. One way to find out. Look at all those grease zerks. I'll get her unhooked. The Super 88 wasn't hooked up to anything, so I thought, well, it can be our test. Ooh, the flipper flopper. These cables are just about shot. I'm not sure. I guess that adjusts the snapping rolls. This one's the clutch for the elevator, so you can turn it off when you're going around on headlands. There might be enough there yet. Nope, that's that one. I'm sure my astute viewers will, or maybe Ross will know. But yeah, it looks like it goes down into the snapping roll area. Go figure. Boy, they're just grease zerks everywhere. But for the moment, we're just gonna try turning it over. There's some walnuts, so we'll have stuff to, you know, go through and come out the top and provide all sorts of excitement. All right, here we go. What would Ross do? Why, he'd do something stupid.
Shake hands with danger.
Shake hands with danger. Need a guy who ought to know. I used to laugh at safety. Now they call me Three-Finger Joe.
need to tighten that pulley up. I should probably be checking gearboxes and all that stuff. That ain't the tightest, but yeah. That's leaving some room to be desired. Oh yeah, there's a spot where it slipped for a while, and oh yeah, it just needs a new belt. It turns like, you know, nothing's hanging up. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, what size is that? Maybe ½ inch, you know, 3/4 inch wrench. Maybe. I can see where that pulley moved up, whether someone tried to run it before, or maybe it did it while I was playing with it. Let's see if that makes her go. Something is not happy there. Yeah, pulled that pulley back up some, or oh, it might be this walnut that's jammed in here. Oh my, yeah, that's that probably ain't helping things any. One walnut out. Another walnut. Another walnut. Another walnut. Let's see if that makes it. Yeah, there's definitely something catching in that fan. Oh, another walnut. Huh. The blades seem to be clearing. Couple more walnuts. Ah, darn squirrels. There, I think we have gotten the obstruction out. Although that belt is about done and that belt's about done. I don't think I'm picking corn today. All right. Now what? That seems to be turning all right now. And that just turns that. And that turns that. Which turns that. Oh. Well, biscuits. That might be the problem. These slats are rotting off. And the walnuts. We can probably make something up there. Yeah, I can see pipe wrench marks, teeth marks right there. All right, let's look under here. It doesn't look like anything should be complaining. Some broken rungs. Well, that's kind of sad. Not quite field ready. What the heck is this? That looks user installed. That belt is quite loose. Uh-oh. Bad things. Let's see, the fan stopped wanting to turn again. I don't feel any obstruction there. This was not happy for some reason. Ha. Okay, it's gonna need a little love. I dare try it again. I'm probably just asking for trouble. Yeah, that's the slip clutches for doing its job for this doohickey. So why it's not working? Oh, it's probably one of them slats is probably caught and binding up, and so it can't run this, which is driven by that, which has the slip clutch up there. So it's not this, it's that. Biscuits. Well. Hey, this pops open. Look at all them walnuts. Oh man. More walnuts. Oh yeah, she's jammed up with walnuts right here. The fingers swept them over under the chain and just made for bad times. Creatures. I wonder if that'll make it go. One way to find out. I can keep going until I break it. Yeah. Hey, the fan turned for a moment there. Now the belt's slipping again. Probably another walnut jammed in there farther back or something crazy like that. All this does is take the husks and dump them on the ground. That's probably why there's a... That one looks fresh. Why there's teeth marks on there. I suppose I could pull up by the shop and back it up a little by unteething it or re-teething it. I don't know. I just want to see it all work. Oh man.
Kids, it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one.
Hello, caller.
Hey, what's going on?
I got corn picker troubles.
Picker trouble?
Yeah.
Did you start picking corn?
No, but I just drug home a 73 picker.
Yeah.
And hooked it up to the Super 88 and the chain that brings the husks out and drops them is binding up somehow or another. Oh, hey, it moved.
All right. I'll let you go and I'll call you in the morning.
All right, sounds like a plan.
All righty. See ya.
Yep. Well, I think one of them bearings on the other end is a little stiff, but also these rivets are catching in the slots because there ain't wood to hold them. Whee! There, it's catching again. Yeah, it just needs a new chain because, like I say, that rivet drops in one of these slots that lets the corn drop through. That's what this is for, is to clean any corn out of the husks and stuff, the grain, and send that up the chute with everything else, and then just dump the husks out. So that's just going to keep hanging up until this is replaced and there ain't rivets hanging down low where they can snag in holes. Well, at least we know which direction to go. Well, it's saying I only got 9% battery left. Maybe we should give her one more run without that hooked up. I took the back panel here off so I could take the chain off and see what was binding. It wasn't this. All right. I better double check, make sure I didn't leave a wrench in some place that's just gonna make me cry. It all looks good. That drive's unhooked. I was able to open that little inspection door. Yeah, everything seemed fine, but yeah, once I saw that rivet catching, I'm like, that's what's going on. So we'll try everything else. Maybe the fan will turn now. and we'll know how to proceed. It does. Look at all them walnuts. So that's where we stand. I need a new conveyor apron change thing. Everything else seems to be working like it should. Well, I could be looking for parts while corn's still drying. And maybe I'll get to play with it yet this fall. As always, thanks for watching. This is Rue. Rue watches my videos all the way to the end. Rue is a good girl. Be like Rue.